Jimmy Thang from Maximum PC here at CES 2016. I'm here at Asus's suite, speaking with Jeff, right?
Yeah.
And Jeff, can you tell us what we're looking at here?
This is the Maximus 8 formula. It's a brand new Z170 motherboard. A lot of people have been waiting for the new formula board to come out, and here it is. We sort of went all out on the lighting on this at 28 LEDs on the board itself. We also have a 4-pin header down here for 50/50 light strips. So standard off-the-shelf lighting strips you can plug in. You can actually control the onboard lighting and the light strips independently. We've got this armor on the front, and then if you flip the board around, we've also got a stiffening steel plate on the back. It does a couple of things for it. It stops the board from warping if you hang really heavy CPU coolers off of it. And it also has thermal pads underneath, so it actually aids with cooling a little bit. Other interesting things about this board, we've got a custom Ek Waterblock solution for the VRMs. So we've got, it's actually got a copper channel on the inside. You can put it with standard 1/4-inch water cooling plumbing. It's also rated to run fine on air, so whether you're doing liquid or air cooling, you're sort of set with that. We've got an M.2 slot hiding under here and a U.2 port over here, so no matter which PCI Express SSD you want to use, we're ready for it. And then we've got kind of all the other onboard toys from 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, USB 3.1 with Type-C connectivity, sort of everything you expect from an ROG board as well. We've got our Supreme Effects audio solution, SLI support. Basically, it's a high-end Z170 board priced at $399 and available now.
Cool. And will you be able to change the lighting and the colors and stuff like that in software?
Yes, we have our Aura lighting utility, so you can control the onboard lighting independently of the LED light strip, and you have several options for each of those. So you can do breathing effects, strobing, you can have it beat in time with the music, you can do standard color cycling, and then if you want sort of a more functional approach, you can use it to reflect the CPU temperature. So it actually changes color depending on what temperature the CPU is running at.
Oh, awesome. Cool. And when does it come out, sorry?
It's available now, $399.
Okay. Cool, awesome. And then what do we have down here?
So this is the Claymore. This is a new keyboard that's coming out later this year. Cool thing about this is you got your macro pad on the left over here, and you can lift it up, switch it over to the right, and use it as a numpad. A lot of people, especially gamers, are using 10 keyless designs because it lets you put the mouse a little bit closer to the keyboard, cuts down on RSI and shoulder strain, and we figured it'd make a nice addition where you can have it on the left side to do macros. The interesting thing about this keyboard, we can integrate it with the motherboards a little bit more tightly since we make both components. So you can use shortcut keys on the motherboard to boot directly into the BIOS, so you're not sitting there hammering on the delete key. You can also control the fan speeds with keyboard shortcuts and also control CPU and memory overclocking. And with the lighting, you can see we've got all sorts of multicolored stuff going on here. We're using the Cherry RGB switches, and you'll be able to actually synchronize the lighting on the keyboard with the lighting for the motherboard if you want to have them matched and perfectly synchronized.
Cool. And I heard you can also, if your computer is getting hot, it's sort of reflected on the keyboard as well.
Yeah, that's we wanted to give people a sort of functional aspect to RGB lighting instead of just having these sort of ravey, rainbow light effects. So that's one of my favorite features for the lighting.
That's cool. And then I think you guys also have a new system.
Yes, over here. The big boy, the GT51 gaming desktop. It's our new high-end gaming desktop. It's going to be starting at $1699. This particular configuration is a little bit more expensive than that. It's a Z170 base. It's got a 6700K. This model has dual Titan graphics cards in it. It's basically all the latest technology that we can cram into a system. So you've got your Type-C connectivity up front, USB 3.1. You got support for PCI Express x 4 SSDs. We're using the Z170 chipset on this, which means we can do some overclocking. So it's got simple, one-click overclocking, do the entire system for you. We've got integrated RGB LEDs, of course. Cool little.
It's kind of a vortex.
Little Iron Man kind of deal on the front.
Yeah, it's
I kind of wish flames would shoot out of it. And then we've also got an optical drive kind of hidden on the side here.
Oh wow. Okay. So I mean, it sort of makes sense for you guys to make your own system. Is it what in here don't you guys make? Because you guys make pretty much. You guys make video cards, motherboards.
Yeah, we have some opportunities when we're making an entire system to do some integration things. So if you look at the graphics cards, we actually have some stabilizing brackets. So if you want to take the system to a LAN party, you don't have to worry about the graphics cards wobbling around or popping out. It's not something you can easily do if you're just doing a motherboard, but when you have control over the entire system like this, you can integrate things a little bit more tightly.
Cool.
This, of course, comes with our software for controlling the lighting, controlling the overclocking. We also have this, which is the ROG band. It's a little NFC module that allows you to overclock the system and unlock a hidden partition on the hard drive. So it's sort of like a physical key that you can use to secure your system.
All right, yeah, right before we were talking, I was talking to somebody else about this system, and so it has like this little NFC wristband, and I believe it allows you to, touch the case essentially to unveil a hidden partition.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is honestly now, is that for porn?
You can put whatever you want to have on it. Whatever video or image files you want to hide from other people, you can put on that part of your hard drive.
Okay, so just when you're wearing the wristband, you touch the case, it unveils a 1 terabyte partition, right?
Yeah, you can select the partition that you want to unveil.
Okay, so if you select it, do you select it ahead of time when you order it?
No, you can actually set it up with the system, and there's a mechanism that's password protected. So if you happen to lose the band, you can still then unpair the band and pair a new one and still get access to that data. So you're not completely locked out if you lose a band.
Gotcha. So you heard them, guys. This is the machine to get when you want to hide your porn. And then I think you have another trick up your sleeve, right?
Yeah, one more too. This isn't actually in my pocket. This is the Vivo stick.
Okay.
It's these little mini PCs are a big thing now. This is a Cherry Trail-based Atom platform, quad-core CPU, 2 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage, full fat Windows 10 operating system for $129. You got 2 USB ports here, a USB 3.0 and a 2.0. Plugs right into an HDMI port. There's a separate power adapter, and it's a tiny little palm-sized computer.
It's about
basically.
In person it's about the size of the Chromecast, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Except this is a full-on Windows 8 PC. Or Windows 10
Windows
PC.
10 PC, yeah. So it's a nice little system. I'm kind of curious to see what people do with these. It's interesting if you want to do maybe a lightweight home theater PC or have a portable PC that you take with you.
Or for streaming, like Steam streaming or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly. It has AC Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built in, and Miracast as well, so you can broadcast and stream wirelessly to it from a local system.
Cool. And then you guys have a price and release date for this?
This is coming in the first quarter of this year, $129, and that includes the Windows install on it as well.
Oh, cool. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.